Hey, Miss Honey, I know you don't distrust me, but I could give you stories that'll make you second guess. Don't worry, I know it all.
Ladies and gents, welcome back to Articulate with Charlie.
I was
Charlie
wondering
Temple.
if it was articulate or articulate, so
Yeah, I
you
feel
settled that for me.
I feel like articulate is better to make like both people articulate, whereas like articulate is like I'm calling myself articulate, and that's
Yeah, yeah,
that's a
I
little
see that.
pretentious. But also articulate, it just rolls off the tongue a little easier. So
Yeah.
I'll leave it up to people. You
All
know what I
right,
mean?
it's preference at the end of the day. Art's subjective.
Right, exactly. So Charlie, what are we here to talk about today?
Tonight we are going to talk about the Peloponnesian War, ancient Greece.
Peloponnesian War specifically? I thought just all of ancient
I'm
Greece.
eavesdropping off your notepad. Here,
Okay,
so
all right. We got okay. Yeah, we got some of that. I spelled Peloponnesian totally wrong. I hope you didn't catch.
I
that.
did not. Don't worry.
Okay, good. But why? Why would you pick that? Why you were just like super into it?
Yeah, I mean, when I was a kid, I was just a very like curious kid. I wanted to know everything, and history was like the perfect outlet for that. So
That's true.
I delved deep into history. And ancient Greece was one of them. You know, you got the gods,
It's
you got
so
like
sick.
all these heroes and mythology and story
True.
behind it, and
Percy Jackson guy.
of course, Camp
Yeah.
Half-Blood for life represent. Of course,
Camp Half-Blood.
of course.
Oh my
of course.
god. Yeah. No, I literally. That's when I started writing because like I wrote like stories about
Like
I would
Rick
make-
Riordan.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
like demigods. And I was
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
I wanted to be a demigod too.
Yeah, of course,
And you
of
pick it
course.
up right at that time.
Of course. Yeah.
Dude, I was such a nerd about all that stuff. We can get into the gods and stuff a little bit later.
Yeah, I'm sure we will.
But your involvement, but it assumed it became like an obsession or what? Because you got a tattoo.
I did, yeah. I have this olive branch here, which I don't know. I just like the look of. If I'm being honest, people are supposed
It's
to
kinda
have
sick,
like
yeah.
stories or whatever, but
Yeah.
I want to fill it out. I want to get like a bunch of ancient Greek themed stuff going,
Right.
Or
Just
ancient,
because you
ancient
like it.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So
I'm
it's
a big
just-
believer of looking to the past, and I think that a lot of people don't take it for granted. They do, and it's
That's
like
true.
you got all these stories and whatever it is, mythology, whatever. It led us to where we are now. So
Yeah. You know what's crazy
Reflect on it.
about like the mythology? The whole thing was like, it's almost like, if you were raised, I don't know, were you raised like Christian or like Catholic? Or
no,
whatever?
I was raised Unitarian Universalist.
Oh, hell yeah. So you were in a cult. Cool.
Yes, yeah.
Man, that's cool though. Unitarian.
I didn't really know anything about it when I was a kid. I was way too young to really be like conscious and aware of it. I just kind of knew that was what church was for us. We just went and
Yeah.
no, I think religion's cool. I think if you have something that can answer whatever.
Yeah. You need you just, if you have it, then go ahead.
Yeah,
by all
exactly.
means.
If you need an answer, there it is. So.
Yeah. Well, what I was gonna say is like when I was growing up with like Christian ideals or whatever, I always was just like, oh, there's a white man in the sky with a beard. You know what I mean? Like you're
Right.
doing that whole thing.
Right.
And then I went through a phase where it was like, all right, so that's not real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like move past it. And then I came back to this phase where it's like, damn, like there's like metaphors there. You know what I mean?
Right.
That definitely apply to daily life.
Yeah,
or
yeah,
shit
and
like that.
the cool thing is when you learn about a bunch of different religions and cultures, and a lot of those metaphors and stories overlap, and they exist in everything pretty
True.
much.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, yeah,
Well, so that's what, like, applying that to, like, mythology, I was
Right.
just like, oh, it's just fucking stupid gods. Hercules, dude, he's badass. I get it, you know, there's stories.
Right.
But then, like, at some point, somebody, like, said something to me, like, triggered. It was like, damn, like, Zeus wasn't, like, a fucking guy throwing down lightning. And maybe he was to some people.
Yeah.
But he was also just, like, the guy of, like, justice and, like, like,
yeah, I think
power.
they were pretty loose with what the gods represented.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I think whatever you kind of wanted it to be, you could be like, oh yeah, Athena, goddess of wine.
True. I'm just
Bend
getting
it a
drunk.
little bit. I don't know.
Yeah. Dionysus, I think.
Dionysus, yeah,
He's the guy with the wine, for sure.
Yeah, it's my patron saint.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Damn, he helps you find shit when it's lost.
Yeah, he helps me wake up in the morning. He helps me get ready for my day.
Damn. Imagine a morning glass of wine. That'd be
I'm
Pair well with a nice
I'm
cereal.
looking forward to it. I'm thinking about it right now. Yeah.
very well with a very nice cereal.
It
Cocoa
does,
Puffs?
man. I think red wine, red wine might be the best drink ever.
It's
It might
really-
be like,
Dude, like the dry, like tartness.
oh
you know
yeah,
what I mean?
oh
Come
yeah.
on.
I
Come
worked at this like fine dining Italian restaurant over the summer,
Yeah.
and they had all these racks of different wine bottles, and
Nice. Oh yeah, you're so dude.
Ridiculous.
That's I was in that business too, and I tell people this all the time, but it's like I was in college working like at a banquet, and we would have like monthly wine dinners.
Okay.
So like it was like super fancy wine.
Yeah,
There was always leftover shit that we drink.
Yeah.
So I'd be drinking like on the weekends like Bud Light, Four Locos, and then I come in drinking like a nice 2014 Sauvignon Blanc or whatever.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
It's really cool. That's the best part about that industry.
When you learn like the terminology and you can throw it around.
Yeah.
Like, Cabernet Sauvignon for you.
Yeah.
It's like red wine. Like it's got a different ring to
back
it.
tones or whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. That's what I want to learn. Like I want to make
sommelier.
I want to brew my own beer eventually.
Yeah.
I know it's like a whole art and that's a whole fucking venture, but
yeah, you have to become a dad first before you can brew your own
I think you're right. So that's probably step one.
Step
Have
one.
some kids.
Right.
Buy a nice barbecue.
Is there a god of beer?
I don't know. Mead. That's probably a Viking god, I would imagine.
Damn, true.
Probably.
Dude, I heard it was like Alexander was as close to the War of Troy as we are to the Vikings today.
I think I heard that too.
I was like, yo, that's crazy. I was doing it. Yeah. It's weird. It's cool. I get to do like little research sometimes for these random topics. And I just learn shit. And I'm like, all right.
Dude, talk about Alexander, man. He's like...
He's the dude.
It's insane that he existed, first of all. He was a real guy that one dude that just conquered the entire known world pretty much.
Insane. And
ridiculous.
Let's work up to, because he's kind of like the back end of the Greek culture, right? So started way back. I don't have any numbers. All this stuff is really loose with what they could identify, but there was like an original where like Athens is in like Sparta. There was like the the Cretans, they call it.
Okay.
Cretans. And then there was a big explosion, kind of where they say like Atlantis is right now. Volcanic ash everywhere. Yeah. Bunch of war. And then the Mycenaeans come in and take over this wonderful culture. Yeah. Basically, they were a successful Columbus, if you want to consider
successful Columbus?
Yeah, pretty much. Because they just like completely, I called it the great cultural appropriation.
Yeah.
Because they just took over, like Minotaurs were like a Cretan thing. Yeah. But then the Mycenaeans were like, I don't know. I think Cyclops lived here before.
Yeah, I mean it's a nation of islands, so everyone is bound to have their own culture and and religion, I guess.
Yeah. So definitely, I mean, there's like throughout this whole thing, it was like here's another dark period, another dark ages. But yeah, so they took over. It was very barbarian led. This was the Dark Ages, but this is when I found out. So Homer, the guy that wrote Odyssey and Iliad, he wrote it later, but it was supposedly during this period of the Dark Ages. Yeah. Which is really cool because it makes a lot more sense too, you know?
It confused me a lot when I was a kid. You know, it's something I wasn't able to comprehend really was that it was, you know, you when you're young, you think of ancient, like, Greece or whatever as one specific time period when it was like a fucking like 50,000 years span, 100,000 year span of time. Yeah. So there's things that Homer was writing about when all the artists really began to emerge in Greece. Yeah. That they would just be like, oh yeah, it happened like 75,000 years ago. And then
even up until the 1800s, everyone was like, oh, that's a myth. Like the Odyssey never happened. And then some guy just like uncovered like Troy, and they were like, damn.
The Iliad's probably the one that's closer to based on just because it's about the Trojan War. Yeah. But
and then Odyssey is just like a guy fucking around with like demigods.
That was my shit though when I was a kid. The Odyssey. Dude. I used to have it memorized. I would like tell my damn,
you were one of those,
of course.
The oral.
Oh my god. That's my favorite form of information is a story. It's just a good old like storytelling session.
That was the only way to pass down shit back then.
Yeah. It's like the forgotten art.
Yeah, I think that's like always also what like true art really comes from. Like, what are you trying to do with your like music?
Just expression, just pure expression.
Right? And you got to pass down these like, I mean, there's stories of gods and whatever, but like we were talking about in those stories is like real shit that you can apply to your day-to-day life. Oh, yeah. You know?
Yeah. What are they called? Aesop's Fables?
Aesop's Fables, dude.
First Aesop's Fables. Yeah.
Dude, those things get wild. Those things get crazy. You got a favorite fable?
Is fucking Beowulf one? Is that an Aesop fable?
That's a Viking fable.
Is it?
But I mean, it's still considered. You could consider it a fable.
I just know Angelina Jolie is so hot in that movie.
Yep. That's a good one.
That's my favorite.
You know what? That might be my favorite fable too. After that, that's crazy. Yeah, Hercules was a bitch. I don't know. He seemed like a dick.
He just let his dad tell him what to do. Like pretty much. Like
True.
You know.
I think modern mythology, Percy Jackson, 100% better. He's way cooler than anybody.
Percy Jackson got shit done.
Dude, when he went
Hercules had 12 things he had to do. He had 12 things. He had 12 things he had to do before he became a god.
I do 12 things in the beginning of the day.
Tasks, I'm not killing lions, but I'm fucking like doing the dishes and shit. Like
drinking wine with my cereal.
Drinking wine with my cereal.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Nah, that's crazy. 12 things, dude. Fucking Percy Jackson went in the River of Styx. Got pulled out of the River of Styx, bro. What are you doing?
Percy Jackson went to Chicago
and jumped off of that huge bridge. Yeah. No, crazy. That's a good period though. I don't know. Yeah. I think a lot of so after that, right? There's the Archaic period, right? After the Dark Ages, lots of cultural expansion. This is when they really start to like trade and like, get along with everybody. And this is when Athens and Sparta really like established themselves. Yeah, it's like Athens was like the political powerhouse, and then
Spartans were just fucking
the military
forces of nature.
Yeah, military state to like stop uprisings.
Yeah,
sounds familiar, like Texas.
I heard that. Very off topic here. I heard that in '99 Woodstock, when Korn was playing their set, one of the sound crew put like the Alamo, like the words "the Alamo" on top of the sound structure they had, and so of course like everyone just fucking hounded it and like climbed over it like World War Z and just took over. Jesus,
that's sick.
Yeah.
Was it in the acting class? There was something I saw recently where somebody was talking about the Alamo and how it was like bullshit. And how it was
really
like,
how it was bullshit.
Yeah,
Alamo denier.
Alamo. No. It was because they were like, dude, the Alamo was America going say, hey, you're Mexicans, get out of here. Yeah, and then they turn it into a nationalist thing. You're
foreshadowing.
Yeah. True. Very true. Yeah, so Texas maybe not a military state yet, but we'll see how that goes.
Militia, I guess. Militia. Probably
definitely not the close to Sparta yet.
No, they got a little bitty. They got some clothes to stop wearing. Yeah, got to pick up capes.
Capes, true.
Shields,
swords. They fucked kids? I'm pretty sure Spartans.
They were fucking everybody, right?
Yeah, that's true. Not just
Weren't
kids.
the Greeks fucking everybody? That's kind of their thing.
Yeah, you're right. I shouldn't have just.
No, the Spartans were killing kids. Right. If you were born like fucked up, like if you didn't have if you only had like 9 fingers or whatever, or a lazy eye, they would just chuck you over a cliff.
It's just my pinky, dude. Like, just give me a chance, like with the sword.
I mean, if I had 2 guys sword fighting and one of them had 9 fingers, one had 10, like I'd put my money on the 10 fingers. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Adversity sometimes creates more powerful people.
That is true. David and Goliath.
Yep.
Yep. Some beans in a slingshot. Get shit done.
Some beans in a slingshot, dude. Thought it was a rock, but I'll take beans.
It might be a rock. I think you're right about that.
I think David's just giving away beans for free. He needed those beans back in the day. How many beans do you think David had? He just giving them away like that?
Yeah. I'm getting confused with Jack and the Giant, I think. I think that's
same story.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy.
Paths are crossing.
Right. None of this is Greek mythology either.
No.
But yeah, so then this is the era when the Greco-Persian Wars come along. And this is like the big era where like 300 and a lot of people in cultural society nowadays. Cultural society, is that an oxy or a paradox?
Yeah, let's just go with it. It sounds good. I like it.
Right. Yeah, if I just roll with it. Yeah. But yeah, a lot of people focus on this time period because like this is when the Spartans were kind of at their peak with like 300, and there was the Persian Wars, which is if you have any sort of nationalist view of ancient Greece like you do, then you're like, fuck the Persians, dude.
I mean, hey, since I was 8 years old, I've known Leonidas was right.
Leonidas had it down, dude.
Yeah. Oh my God, dude.
I'd vote for him today.
Jeez, did you ever watch that movie?
300?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, but I was probably really, I don't remember a lot of it.
Should go back and watch it.
Should go back?
It's ridiculous.
Holds up?
Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. I like to imagine that's how it actually went in my head.
Yeah. Dude, well, a lot of movies came out around that time period that were similar. Like, I think Troy even came out around then.
Troy was one of the best
Great
ones,
movie.
dude.
A Gladiator.
Brad Pitt fucking unit. Dude. Russell Crowe.
It's like, how do we make Brad Pitt the most attractive role we can give him? All right, how about an ancient Greek demigod? What about that?
The ultimate hero.
Dude.
The ultimate protagonist.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Dude, all those movies are like, how about, like, he's like, well, we gotta put a bunch of like sweaty guys together, just ripped, sweaty dudes fighting each other.
Yeah,
and those will sell, right? People like that shit.
James Cameron's like, yeah, it came to me in a dream.
Fucking put them in capes too. I don't give a shit. Yeah, was that James Cameron?
I don't think so. It may have been.
Regardless,
he likes to do those over the top, crazy movies.
Yeah, Avatar 2. Why? Nobody asked for that.
I don't know how to feel about it. I heard that they have to make like $400 or $4 billion to even break even. Dang. It's ridiculous.
I guess. I mean, it's Disney, so I'm pretty sure they can get close, right?
Disney?
Yeah. They did the first Avatar, and like
that makes sense.
And then they just market it to China.
Right.
They'll make the money.
Right.
They'll make the money. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, and that was the Persian War, which was cool. And then it was the golden age of Athens. So, like I said, this is kind of like when they're at their prime.
Democracy.
Yeah, when the Parthenon came along and all that shit happened, which was cool. Yeah. And then the Peloponnesian War, which apparently you love.
I think I get the Peloponnesian War confused with the Trojan War. Now that I'm starting to dissect it in my head, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's what I'm thinking of.
Yeah. Yeah. No, that's fair. That's fair. They're all just wars, you know what I mean? Back in the day. Like you said, we're those people that are just put it all in one, like, everything happened in like a 50-year time period, I think. Yeah. But
I just found out that Salvador Dali was alive in like the 50s. So
really?
Yeah, I was sure he was like in the 1910s or something.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah, learn something new every day.
Man. Well, yeah, and then let's see, Peloponnesian War. After Athens collapsed in itself to try to start a bunch of wars. That's what happened. So at that point, people were pissed off at Athens, and it's like nationalists and colonization and shit like that. Spartans even were pissed at Athens.
Oh, I'm sure they were always turning against each other.
Yeah.
All those city-states, right? Isn't that what they were called?
Yeah, city-states.
Yeah. Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn, I remember. When did you learn about the city-states? That was 7th grade.
Social studies? Yeah.
Social studies classes, dude?
Yeah, probably.
That's crazy.
Jesus.
Yeah. But yeah, so everybody turned in on each other. And this is another dark, all those dark eras I was talking about. But here's the thing about this era, which I was actually really excited to was kind of trying to get to, was how like this was the period where like tragedies like in art really like the plays and theater around this time really came to life and became really, really good. So, it's kind of cool to see like a civilization collapsing and yet the art is thriving because it seems pretty
after Greece, you got the Romans who kind of were the big dicks in town, and they kind of came in and appropriated a bunch of stuff. They brought some of their own stuff over. Yeah. But the Greeks invented theater. They invented drama. So
Well, yeah. I mean, this is where I think we're at right now in our lives. I don't know. I think that we're on a downcline for sure with America, or at least a gentle slope. Yeah. Right now.
I think it's location. I think, I'll be somewhere for a while, especially if I'm out in like Virginia or whatever, doing fuck all. Yeah. And I'll be like, no one here cares about going to the theater or, like cinema or any kind of high art. Right. But it's, they don't have to. It's not their world out there.
That's true.
And you come back to the city or you come back to the east and it's like, oh God, it's an explosion of art. Everyone's creating, everyone's making stuff.
Yeah. Damn. That's fair too. I never considered that. Because I was just considering like the type of art that was coming out. So it's like, I feel like right now, like there's a lot of good artists coming back because like they had so much time like over COVID to like really write and like put their ideas in everything and put a lot of time into it. So I don't know right now. I mean, this year for movies, I don't know if you keep up with movies a lot.
I try to. Yeah. I have a little amateur film crew, my friend group and I, we just drink a bunch of wine and watch shitty movies or good movies. But a lot of the time it's very shitty movies.
that sounds like a great time.
It's like a makeshift mystery science theater.
Yeah, with boxed wine, dude. There's no better combination.
From the box, straight
From
to
the box.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
That's sick.
It's like dripping out of a tap. Yeah.
Yeah, damn. Yeah, you do that? That's fun. No, see, I wish I had regular movie nights like that. But
I mean, if you try every night, you by yourself.
That's a good point.
You get drunk enough, you're not by yourself anymore.
True. You're never alone when you're with Jesus, so it's fine.
There you go. It was Zeus, I guess.
Yeah, it was Zeus. Yeah. Damn.
When I was a kid, I was sure I was gonna be the one to carry on pagan religion and
get it going again.
Oh yeah, I was gonna spearhead the bring back the Pantheon operation.
Yeah, you totally should. We need a central bank now more than ever.
I'm sure we do.
Yeah,
we need temples. We gotta bring back like temples with columns and shit. Seriously? Why did we ever stop doing that?
Why did we stop sacrifices? You know.
Who knows? Got to talk to the Mayans. I think they're the ones.
Yeah, bring them back.
Maybe.
Bring them back. If we had sacrifices, we probably wouldn't have as many like terrorist attacks.
Oh, 100%. Bro, you can catch that shit early on.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that person's a fucking liability.
Definitely
Get him.
Damn, you're gonna have to kill your son, dude. He's like, well, I don't want to do that.
Burn him on top of a goat,
in
man.
the book. God made a dude kill a dude.
Like, look, he wrote it right here. In my handwriting. He wrote it right here.
In my handwriting. Damn, that's true. Yeah, and then fucking Alexander the Great. That's how they kind of ended it. Right?
Yeah,
because he came. Yeah. That was like their big final push.
Yeah,
where Alexander brought everybody together. Yeah, kind of expanded everything again.
Yeah,
and like really spread the Greek culture. A lot of nationalism. Yeah. There was even a point where like he reached like in India where they were like kind of cool, and Indians were trying to be like, hey, you should like try to expand Buddhism.
Right,
and he like was considering doing that, and then he got sick and died like a bitch.
Wasn't he like 30 when he died too? He was
probably
young.
Probably.
I guess
really
they
young.
all were when they.
Only the good die young. You know
Only the good die young.
And most of ancient Greece died young as well. Damn.
Jesus.
Yeah, but that was a cool period. Again, I think it was allowed for a lot more people. Like artistically, that's what sticks with me.
Autistically?
Yeah, autistically. That's what sticks with me.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I mean, just there, like, I feel like you said, like, what goes back to, like, storytelling. Right. So many good stories come from ancient Greece. God. And that sparks so much of my creativity.
Yeah.
Especially when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Not as much nowadays. But after this, maybe more so.
Yeah, it's one of those things where I was very in love with it when I was younger, and then eventually just went on to other interests,
and hobbies. It doesn't
areas
mean you don't
of exploration.
love it
and then recently I've just been like, oh man, like I should like get back into it. You can inspire so much music off of it. You can inspire everything off.
Write a modern song about Hercules, dude.
Oh my god, there didn't Zeppelin make a bunch of songs about like Lord of the Rings or whatever?
No way, really?
I think so.
I
could be making that up. I could be pulling that out of my ass, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. No, I have no idea. I don't know. You're the guy wearing a fucking, that's a band shirt, right?
The Plague of the Zombies.
Is that a band?
I don't know. I picked it up for like $3 at a thrift store. I don't know. I thought it looked sick. I'm a big fan of zombies. So.
You're the guy in the band, at least. You should know about Zeppelin a little bit more. It's fine. But yeah, you could make your own mythology nowadays if you wanted to.
Yeah, that's all. You could just fuck around and start a cult, man.
Dude, I wonder where that comes from in your own mind. Probably from your Unitarian church.
I think I have that conditioning.
Yeah.
I know the steps to take.
Exactly. But I think we fully covered ancient Greece.
I think in this time we've
Damn. Yeah, we did them well too.
We can teach a college course on this.
Yeah. we covered all the highs and the lows, you know what I mean? There was some people that did things, I think.
Alexander the Great fucked his mom, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, yeah, Oedipus.
Yeah. Oedipus complex, yeah.
Oedipus complex. A lot of those things still apply today. You know? That's cool.
Yeah.
Greece was fine. I'm all right with
names
Greece.
Sound similar.
Today, we talk about ancient Greece. We didn't talk about Greece today. Greece today sucks.
Greece today is not at all close. The locations look nice still. The scenery is good.
Okay. You been?
Huh?
Have you been?
No, I've not been. I want to go. It's one of those places I've always romanticized. I've always wanted to go to Greece. Yeah. But I feel like once I got there, I would lose the magic of it. It's like seeing a Disneyland employee like smoking a cigarette in their costume. Like
Damn. No, that's very true.
I don't know. I'm going to Paris though in March, and I'm very excited. That's somewhere I've always wanted to go.
Oh yeah, Rome's close, right?
Yeah.
Maybe check it out. Maybe not. I'm not
Rome,
trying to
Rome's Italy, but Paris is in France.
Is it?
Yeah.
Damn, I feel like
I always got like confused when I was like, I never figured that out. That'll always trip me up.
It's fine. I'm an idiot. Anyways, Charlie, you do a lot of things. Let's list them off. Where can people see you? Where can they look you up?
Yeah,
I got your Instagram.
I see that. I
Charlie.temple_.
That's me. Yeah, you can
Spelled
find me
as
there.
you would probably think to spell it.
Yeah, I used to get a lot of Y's when I was younger. Like
Really?
teachers would spell my name with an EY.
It's definitely like a kid
Odd.
thing.
Yeah.
Charlie. Nah, that's gross.
Shirley Temple was the one I heard the most.
Shirley. That's good.
That's unescapable.
Damn.
It's never gonna.
I didn't even consider that.
Well, I appreciate it,
Your life
man.
is
I appreciate
fucked.
it.
Damn, you should have just ran with that.
Charlie bit my finger. The whole
True.
9 yards, man.
Dude,
I've heard
sixth
it all.
grade was rough for you, huh?
The 6th grade was something. I dyed my hair a lot in 6th grade.
Yeah. Still do.
Yeah, still do.
Still do.
Yeah, you can find me on Spotify. It's Charlie Temple.
Miss Honey's a fucking banger.
Miss Honey, new single. Yeah.
Did you? It's only the 2 songs that you have out, right?
It's only the 2 songs. I'm working on a project right now. The 2 songs I have right now are mostly folk campground music is what I think I like to call it.
Yeah, definitely.
It's probably the most accurate way to describe it.
Really well though, because
That's I've Collingswood is where I'm from. It's South Jersey, and there's a lot of people creating music out there.
Really?
Like for such a small town too. Almost everyone is making music. So
interesting. No, that's
good.
good.
It's a good environment. Everyone's just trying to make quality work. So
I used to do a recording club like in high school, and like there were people that would just go in with their guitar.
Yeah,
and like it sounded good. They were playing it well, but it doesn't sound nearly as good as like as the shit you guys.
Thank you. I mean, I definitely liked those ones the most. When I got them both done, I had to get them out.
Right.
But now that I'm working with some other people who have a more of a acute vision of where to go.
Yeah.
There's scheduling and planning, which is shit I'm not good with at all.
Yeah.
I'm a very impulsive person.
Right.
So when I think something's good, I'm like, I gotta get it out there to everyone. But
I feel that.
But yeah, I'm learning self-temperance and patience and
as we all are.
Yeah, as we all are constantly.
No, that's cool though. So you don't have like a date for the album yet?
I'm aiming for January 28th.
Okay.
It's my mom's birthday.
Cool.
So trying to get that out there. Yeah. But yeah, so it's gonna be mostly like a lot of funk influence on there. I've been playing with a lot of like funk players. Rock.
The 2 songs don't sound funky.
No, so yeah, it's gonna be a hard left turn from what I have released so far. But I'm excited. I mean, that's the kind of stuff that's fun to play.
Yeah.
When I sit down with a guitar and I start writing folk mountain man music is usually what comes out.
Yeah.
But when you're with people on a stage playing and everyone's zoned in, you got to bring the energy up, and it's inevitable. Like you got to start getting more groovy and getting more into it.
Yeah,
and,
definitely.
Yeah.
If you could infuse like folk and funk.
Oh, there's 100% folk funk out there.
Oh yeah,
I'm sure.
That'd be sick.
Sure. Yeah. If anyone knows any folk funk artists, please DM me. Get some things going.
Yeah, or we have this. I set up a new email for the podcast. You should, if you listen to this, articulate with Steve McJ. I think that's what it is at gmail.com.
Articulate with Steve McJ at gmail.com.
Yeah, kind of a long name, but what are you gonna? That's what it's called.
Yeah, I mean,
that's what I don't.
if I was a first time viewer, that's what I would imagine the email would be.
I've already gotten emails from people like, I bet this is an email, They're just like, shit.
Yeah.
I haven't. I made that up, but
that's okay. I believed it. It was a good bit.
Thanks. Aspiring actor. We'll see you in movies
Aspiring
soon.
actor. Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
I want to do some weird shit, man.
Yeah.
I want to be an actor. Like I want to create films. I want to get behind a camera more.
Yeah.
And just framing and positioning and blocking. I grew up in the theater world. That's my background. So
yeah.
I mean, that kind of stuff is intuitive with me, very much like staging, and I want to just make some weird shit, dude. Some David Lynchian.
Yeah.
I mean, Twin Peaks is my favorite show of all time.
Really?
I think it's the best thing ever put to camera.
You think so?
Yeah, I think. Well, later seasons kind of get a little bit weird once David Lynch left the show. But
yeah, did you like the Resurgent, the last season?
What was it called? Fire Walk with Me, or that was the movie they made.
The movie, yeah.
No, I didn't watch the latest season. I've watched like the original like first 3 seasons. I think it is when he was still a writer, like the head writer on the show.
Yeah,
that's when it was at its peak, man. It was incredible.
Twin Peaks.
So good.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan of that too. You're in the neighborhood too. The Eraserhood.
Yeah.
This is where he's from.
Yeah, I actually just watched that for the first time earlier this week.
Really?
Yeah, my friend kind of sat me down, made me watch it.
Made you watch it?
It's one of those ones where, like you know you should watch it, and it's always been on the watch list, but it's just hard to.
Yeah.
Certain things are hard to just sit down and watch. I've been trying to do a lot of like golden age movies and like Humphrey Bogart vehicles, and it's rough, man. It's rough. You can't hear a goddamn thing anyone's saying, and it's all so it's just ugh.
No, I know what you mean. I went back and tried to re-listen. I hadn't listened to all of the Beatles discography before.
Yeah.
But now they just do like compilation albums with like even like backtracks.
Right, like legacy hits, like greatest hits.
And it's like I can't get through all this. This is too much.
No, it's ridiculous.
Yeah, it's a lot.
That's the kind of thing, like, I think the Beatles are cool. They're not my favorite. But I will never like them as much as someone who, followed them coming when they were making, like when they were actually all alive and making stuff. But,
true.
Yeah.
That's fair. All right, well, look out for some more weird shit from Charlie.
Yeah.
And me. This is all just strange shit anyways, what we're doing.
One of these dropping Friday?
This?
Any of them.
The episodes?
Yeah.
Mondays, typically. Sundays and Mondays.
Okay.
Usually. Yeah.
Awesome, man.
Yeah, so this will probably come out in a couple of weeks, but.
Cool.
Thanks for coming out, Charlie. Appreciate it. And,
no problem, man. Thanks for having me.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Ancient Greece.
Ancient Greece.
Look at how she bites down.